Hello everyone, man, Thrall here, and welcome to the weekly update video. Sorry if my voice is a bit raspy, kind of feeling a little sick, but still gotta bring you guys the news because this is a good week, especially for the fisher fans out there. So deep sea fishing is here, and in order to get there you have to go to the fishing guild, and from the fishing guild you'll notice two additional features, who is Guma and the notice board. Now, if you inspect the notice board, you can actually see what is all available here. The lowest level stuff is level 68, which is your magnetic minnow, which is stackable, and your green blubber jellyfish. There's also the blue blubber, and then finally the fishing frenzy at 94, and then the sailfish at 97, which is supposed to be the best fish out there. Now when you head here, you'll notice there's a lot of areas you can go to. Now the one thing I don't fully understand yet is the magical bait. Because it does say you need some deep sea fishing bait in order to fish here. However, I don't know where you get that. Like, I explored this area pretty good, and I have never seen anything. Now the fishing areas here are a little bit different than you're used to. As you can see here, right here is one of the actual spots, and this is for the minnows. So as you can see, you'll start to fish, and whenever you start to fish, occasionally you'll catch the minnows, and you can actually just eat them outright, and they're stackable food. So no longer would you have to worry about carrying stuff like purple sweets or anything like that. You can actually just fish those and be perfectly content. Now on to the other areas. In the northeast corner here, and there's bank stuff all over the place. Whether you use the river boats, there's portable bank deposits. I don't remember that. But there's also the magical nets and there's a good amount of stuff. But if you come over here, here's where you have your sailfish. Now, apparently they're not too hard to catch. But now this is a swift sailfish. And I'm not sure if there's a difference between a swift sailfish or a regular sailfish. For whatever reason, they're not loading properly for the imagery. I'm thinking the swift one is actually just it's easier to catch it, because why would it be any different than anything else? So more than likely, it's just the fact that it is easier to catch them at the swift sailfish spot, because I caught a lot more there than I did at the regular spot. So, pay attention to the different locations, because do remember it is supposed to actually want to make you move around more. So you just want to watch out for that kind of stuff. But now we will head up to the northern area. And you'll notice there's a bunch of people. You can talk to everybody around here. You'll get a bunch of different dialogue. It's an interesting time in this place. But if you go all the way north to northwest, you'll start to see the different jellyfish. Like right here is a blubberfish. And right here is also the green and the blue are actually kind of together, so that's actually kind of nice. But that's what's in the northwest corner. And then over here again, you'll see there's jellyfish everywhere. But there's another bank deposit area. And these deposit zones are absolutely everywhere, which is absolutely fantastic. It's really going to help people with their experience with fishing in this area. But you see here there's a lot more jellyfish, And if you keep heading to the northwest, you'll see the new expedited fishing zone, which is called the Fishing Frenzy. Now, instead of being out in the middle of nowhere like they had initially were talking about, it's now just up here. As you can see, the spots do move, but it's not an overly abundant moving. But it is good fishing XP. So, I mean, if you want to do it this way, it's a fantastic idea, because you're getting a lot of XP this way. It's just you got to pay a bit more attention. But if you're just looking to, finish out a fishing level, this would be the spot to go for most people. So, we have a few things left. I don't know why my guy's now fishing. I really didn't want him to. Okay, so now we're heading more towards the southern area of the area. Okay, so we have more of these magical ones. Again, there's more people here for dialogue if you want to talk to them. I haven't really noticed anything significant. But here is the one area that I consider to be quite interesting, and that's the net swarm. Because here you'll net fish, but it's kind of random as far as what you get. So as you've seen, I got 2 blue blubber jellyfish, but on my other account when I was initially exploring it, I was getting stuff like shark, sea turtle, etc., etc. So it is a bit more randomized. It's just hard to say exactly what you're going to get. And of course, I don't know if the level actually really influences what you get. It might not. It might influence how fast you fish. But, I'm not too sure otherwise. Now, this is the main part of today's update, is the deep sea fishing. However, if you hit the escape button, you'll also notice the feedback button. And the feedback button is simply this. It's if you enjoyed your experience playing today, or if you did not enjoy your experience today. Just answer honestly, if you had a good time playing, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, well, hit the thumbs down. Now, what I am actually going to do is, I already hit the thumbs up and it didn't do anything. So I want to hit the thumbs down. Okay, it still didn't do anything. So it doesn't really do anything other than, give them feedback if you enjoyed your gaming experience that day or not. So that is the actual update. But now we're going to head into the actual, reading of what is all going on. Okay, so we already seen, everything else. So there's nothing really to be seen as far as that goes, except for Arcanio, who is a legendary sailfish. Occasionally you'll see them. And everything, it says there's no time to be complacent. Where there are players, there's activity, and the new hub attracts everything from pelicans and traveling merchants to whirlpools and leviathans, which you can interact for extra rewards. So it's very hard to say how that's all going to go. I haven't seen anything yet. It could very well change. But okay, so there's plenty of fish in the sea. We already discussed the different types of fish. The sailfish you can actually boil into sailfish soup. So there's actually quite a bit there. If you are a Premier Gold member, you get your enhanced training package, which if you go to the Premier Club Vault portal outside the Grand Exchange, you can claim a bottled boost of your choice from the Guardian of the Vault. Also, we have the King and Queen of Spades outfits that are out today. So instead of the hearts, now it's the spades. So instead of the heart, like the red, it's not black, and themed after the spade. The feedback button, I just showed you guys that. It's just, a thumbs up or a thumbs down of whether you enjoyed it or your gaming experience. And for Lootscape this month, you will be able to get a free clue scroll. Now, I don't know if you can get it for every stream or if it's just for the one time. I would say it's just for one time. But you can get a free clue scroll based upon your total skill level. And there's always, of course, a chance that an elite will turn into a master clue scroll. As well as you may be able to get elite clue scroll, or master clue scrolls through finishing other clues. Which I had found out recently, you can actually get master clue scrolls through completing even the hard clue scrolls. Now, I don't know about anything else, but I will say that. I don't know if medium and easy will do it, but I already know hard and elite, there is a possibility. For live streams this week, on Tuesday, March 6th at 1700 UTC, which is a March month ahead Q&A, it does say that all of these, it's an additional clue scroll based on your total level, is guaranteed. And Sunday, March 11th at 1900 UTC is PVM with Mod Lee. And as far as the community events, there's the Krill, the Zamrock God Wars Dungeon 1 hard mode mass on Monday. Town Square Q&A at Europe. General Grador hard mode mass at Tuesday the 6th. Hellware boss mass at Thursday on the 8th. Gregovic boss mass Friday the 9th. Town Square Q&A USA Saturday 10th. Cowboy Queen boss mass at Saturday 10th. And Town Square Q&A Australia Sunday the 11th. Now what times I'm not entirely sure, but you'll just have to kind of hover over the community button in game, and that should tell you, because they don't have the times actually listed here for this. But now we'll head on over to the patch notes. Okay, so there's option menu changes. The options menu has been rearranged for wider view. The quick save layout drop down menu has been removed from the options menu and can instead be accessed via the edit layout menu. The logout from Facebook option for those using the Facebook single sign-in has been removed as it was not working correctly. The edit mode button is now called edit layout mode. The individual settings buttons have been condensed into one settings button. Feedback buttons were added, enabling players to rate their current session and improving how we judge the success of our updates. A report issue button has been added, which direct players to the bug reporting system. The presets and save as preset buttons within the edit layout mode menu have been renamed to as load layout and save layout, respectively, to match the options menu. The logout button in the top right hand corner of the minimap now takes place to the options menu rather than confirmation screen. Graphical, second age legs are now better proportioned. The flaming sword effect now displays correctly for offhand chaotic rapiers. Skills, D&Ds, and minigames. A warning confirmation message now appears when players start crafting elite Robin Hood equipment and limitless staves, explaining that the items will become untradeable. The click area for players who have turned into trees using the Ring of Trees is now smaller. The ice dice have been added to the Treasure Trail collection log. The Tower's puzzle check button now recognizes completed puzzles in all instances. The dissolved clue scroll message no longer appears on all failed clue scroll rolls when that tier of clue scroll is disabled. The dissolved clue scroll message now only appears when a clue scroll would have been rolled. The Tower Puzzle check button now correctly handles various inventory and puzzle states. Players can now purchase items from the Engineering Reward Store with the garage and outfit equipped, even when they can only afford the cost of the discounted Dungeoneering token. The augmented staff of Limitless Steam now provides fire and water rune energy, not earth and water. Quest challenges and achievements. The Fill Them All achievement no longer completes when building all hidey holes without filling them. All the pillars in the Cosmic Room now rotate correctly during Element Workshop 4. Other. Clicking on the currently selected bank tab now scrolls the player back to the top of the tab. And last week hotfixes, loot beams now appear for sealed clue scrolls if the setting is enabled. The Meerkat's Fetch Casket special move now works with Master Tier clues. Puzzle skip tickets now work consistently for all hard tier puzzle boxes. The Digging for Treasure achievement now consistently completes when using Meerkats to fetch a casket. Using a Reaper necklace or an Amulet of Souls on an ornament kit now works correctly. Duplicate stats of Treasure Trail caskets now open as they should. So, that is it for this week's patch notes and update. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's kind of a hit and miss for me, at least. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.